United Against Racism are holding a rally today at 5:30 at the Spire in order to say clearly that we have a housing crisis, not a refugee crisis, and that refugees are welcome here. It's an expression of unity and solidarity in response to the division and the hate being spread by the far right. People who are arriving here are fleeing wars, fleeing climate change, fleeing brutal oppression. They are not responsible for the housing crisis, which existed well before they arrived. Blaming asylum seekers actually plays into the hands of those who are profiting from that crisis, the corporate landlords and the big developers. Instead of being divided, we need to unite, to welcome those who are coming here and to fight together for the homes and the services that we all need. I'd like to ask when the action plan against racism will be published. I understand it was submitted by the Independent Anti-Racism Committee on the 27th of June, but it still hasn't been brought to the government.
Thanks, Deputy. The plan hasn't yet been brought to government, but I'm informed by Minister Gorman that we will publish the National Action Plan against Racism early next year, so hopefully in January or February. And just to note your comments, I want to make it very clear that migrants are welcome in Ireland. If it wasn't for migrants, we would not be able to staff our public services. Many of the big companies that employ a lot of people and pay a lot of tax here wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the fact that they can recruit people from abroad. And of course, migrants, I believe, enrich our society and make it a much better place. And it's an old-fashioned trope for centuries by people on the far right and others that if there's unemployment, the migrants are to blame. If there's crime, the migrants are to blame. If there's a housing crisis, migrants are to blame. And that's just totally wrong.